When people hear the word deportation, they often think it is the end of the story. A flight, a return, and a second chance. But for many Somalis, deportation is not an ending. It is the beginning of a much harsher reality. Guys, this is the situation awaiting many of the deported Somalis back home.
Somalia is in the grip of another drought. Families with nothing left at home are fleeing to camps like this in the capital, Mogadishu. Many say hunger is only part of their struggle. They are also escaping fighting in their villages. Kadra Hussein Ibrahim is still mourning her 2-year-old son. She says he died 3 months ago because she couldn't get enough food for him. She once relied on aid agencies, but international funding cuts means she now gets nothing.
I'm worried about my children. I don't have enough food to give them. My husband is dead. I worry about their future. I can't even eat. They are my priority.
Across Somalia, 2 million people live in displacement camps. More arrive in Mogadishu every day, searching for food and safety. The government has declared drought in several regions. Rains have failed yet again, and 4.6 million people need food assistance.
People are not now able to have access to water. The access to water is reducing. The health facilities that were mainly supported by international agencies, by partners, by government, now because of the significant reduction in the funding have closed, so we see more people displaced. I mean, the figures show that almost 1.85 million children are now at risk of malnutrition.
Most are exhausted, hungry. Those already living here do what they can to help. These people have just arrived from villages farther south. The community here has been helping with food and shelter, but aid workers say they are struggling to help because of the aid cuts. Some organizations previously supported by USAID and other donors say they've lost half of their funding. Sayed Ali Aden shows us a school he used to run inside the camp. It was the only one serving displaced children. Now it's closed, the health center too, because the money ran out.
I've been idle for the past 1.5 years. My own children are not in school. Many of the children I taught now spend their days in the market doing nothing. We can't afford to feed them. Other schools are too far from the camp.
Back at Kadra Ibrahim's house, she's managed to prepare some soup for her children, but she has no idea where tomorrow's meal will come from.
After years, sometimes decades abroad, deported Somalis arrive in Somalia with little more than a small bag and unanswered questions. Many left as children. Some don't speak the language fluently. Others have no close family waiting for them. What they return to is not familiarity. It is uncertainty.
People have come from all across southern Somalia to be here in Dolo, and I've just met Ibo. She was telling me that her and her family walked for several days to come here, and unfortunately Ibo told me that because of the drought and because of the hunger situation in Somalia, she lost her 2 younger sisters. Ibo still has 8 other siblings who need feeding. Right now they're having lunch, and this is their first and only meal today. They've been able to register for cash and food vouchers thanks to World Vision and the World Food Programme. It's support like this that is just so critical so that families are able to get through this terrible, terrible crisis.
Somalia is one of the poorest countries in the world at this time. Most of the families in Somalia will not be able to afford their children's education. That means 3 million of these children that you're seeing here will never be able to escape this endless cycle of poverty. Help us change the future of these children by supporting our back to school program in Somalia.
Children are the most vulnerable in a famine, so they're the first to die usually. We know from the UN that 488 children have died in care facilities so far this year, and that's not including the ones that didn't make it to those facilities. The real death toll is much higher and could go much, much higher if relief doesn't come soon. This village of about 100 farmers, after the rains failed, their crops failed, then the livestock died. They didn't have any milk for the infants. Condensed milk at the store got to be too expensive, and then several of their children died. So they decided to get up, move, come to this IDP camp in hopes of finding food. The ones that were too weak to make the journey had to be left behind.
The economic realities they are going to face are very harsh. Jobs are scarce, housing is unstable, they have no savings, no connections, or formal recognition. Deportees struggle to find work in an already strained economy. For many, poverty is immediate, not gradual. And unlike where they came from, there is no safety net to catch them when they fall. Insecurity and political instability is also one of the challenges they are likely going to face. Let's watch this.
والله وانا لو كنت عاديه سمينا نولا galay sharciga dawladda dhaqaale adeegsaday
dhibaataan haysata dhulkii aan ku galayna waa ka barakacnay oo dawladda qaadataa la yiri kii aan deganayna waa ka barakacnay ilmahan hal dhaawacay hal jiida ku maqan waaye dhibaatadaas aan haysataan dawladda
daawo ma haystaan biyo ma haystaan baad ma haystaan xaalku waa xaal masaakiin aan nahay hoygayni dad naga lacag badan gadanaayo.
Inflation in Somalia has severely weakened the value of the Somali shilling. Years of conflict, lack of central monetary control, and reliance on imports have caused prices of basic goods to rise faster than people's incomes. As a result, the local currency has lost public trust and is often avoided in favor of US dollars. For many deported Somalis, this means higher living costs, unstable wages, and constant economic uncertainty. This is likely going to make survival more expensive even when the earnings stay the same. Let's check this out.
Ever heard of being so broke you only have money left? Sounds like a wild concept, right? Well, in Somaliland, it's the everyday headache for everyone. Folks wake up and spend most of their day counting cash. In this place, people are so fed up with counting bills one by one that they just weigh the stacks. A rough estimate will do, but hold your horses before you get jealous. Outsiders might think these folks are rolling in dough, but it's all just a facade. The local authorities went wild with the money printer. The result? Neighboring countries don't even recognize the currency. No matter how much they print, it's just a pile of paper at home. This printing frenzy led to some serious inflation. Want to buy some veggies or fruits? That'll be $1 billion. So, they're hauling around sacks of cash instead. In recent years, tourism's been picking up. But tourists don't come for souvenirs. They come to cart off bundles of cash. In Somaliland, if you're curious, why not take a trip and experience what it's like to be a billionaire for a day?
Another thing they're going to suffer from is social isolation. Beyond money, there is something which is harder to recover, and that is belonging. Deportees are often seen as outsiders in their own country. Some are viewed with suspicion, others are blamed for leaving in the first place. So they are cut off from the lives they build abroad. Many face isolation, stigma, and emotional distress. So guys, this is the hidden struggle that is rarely discussed. So deported Somalis go through mental toll, the loss of identity, and also the feeling of being unwanted in two worlds. For deported Somalis, home is no longer a place of comfort, but a place of survival. So guys, to conclude, Deportation is often framed as a policy or procedure, but behind every removal is a human being, a life forced to start over without the tools to rebuild. Guys, this is the harsh reality which is awaiting the deported Somalis back home. If this story made you think, stay with us because these stories deserve to be told. Guys, remember to subscribe, share, and also give your thoughts down in the comment section. And kindly remember to keep it respectful. See you in the next video.